Klausai manęs, kiek kelių aš žinau, ar daug tada keliavau.
You know what I discovered one thing here. In this, I don't know about all Italy, but in this city, if somebody goes left or right, they never show that they go left or right, you know. They just go, you know.
Paklaus, tau vėjas atsakys, tik jis mano draugę atsakys.
I like to live in this place because park is in front of my house and
Useful.
Useful because I have two dogs, you know, like little son, so we you know can go out every morning. You know, and it's not far away to go to park. So for me, it's perfect. Sometimes I park, you know, and the guys park in front or back me, and they park so close, you know, so it takes like 5 minutes to go out, you know.
Mano draugė atsakys, tu vėjo paklausk, tau vėjas atsakys, tik jis mano draugė atsakys.
Povilas Butkevicius a 1-1 dalla Lituania a Casale. Raccontaci come sei arrivato qui.
It's a long story, but it started that my contract with Žalgiris last summer was over, so I needed to look forward, and I started, you know, to check what. It's not a problem. So it's actually one of my friend. He played in Italy, Legadue, a few years ago, and he said good words, you know, about this league. And I thought that it's, you know, the time for me to try something, you know. And I knew, you know, that it's not gonna be easy to go to some first league. So, you know, like I wanted to go to second league and, you know, to start my career outside of Lithuania.
Com'è stato l'impatto con la nuova realtà? È stato difficile abituarsi a vivere a Casale?
It's okay, about the basketball, it wasn't easy in the beginning, but about the living, everything was perfect. So, you know, the basketball, it's, you know, it's coming. I think it's still coming. You know, I think that I'm not showing my best, you know, what can I do, but, you know, like every game, you know, and I think I'm improved more and I'm moving forward.
Veniamo alla squadra. La realtà che hai trovato era simile a come te l'aspettavi?
Yeah, it's what I expect, because I knew before coming here about the rules that there is like 2 Americans and 1 Bosman like me, and that usually Americans, they are good, you know, and I came here and I found, you know, like really 2 good level players, Americans, and also, you know, like my agent told me, it's important what kind of Italians playing, you know, and I find that Italians also are good level players in this team, and, you know, and now what we are in first 2-3 teams, you know.
Adesso che abbiamo affrontato tutte le avversarie, dove metteresti Casale in un ipotetico ranking?
I think that in our league we are one of the top teams one of the teams with the biggest potential to win, you know, this championship. And I also think that Pistoia, Barcelona, also Verona, so some other teams has same big potential to win. And I think that it's not so important which place you will take after regular season. You will be first, second, or third, because I think that in playoffs everything starts from the beginning. Because I think it's in this league all teams are. There is not such a big difference between the teams, and it will be really interesting in playoffs, and it will be important which team I mean, we'll have all players, no injuries, and it will be very, very important because all teams are tied very similar.
Quali sono, secondo te, i punti di forza e i punti di debolezza della Junior?
The strongest points, of course, is our Americans, because they're really, high-level players, and the weakest. Okay, if I will say weakest, everybody will other teams maybe will use it, so I'm not gonna say.
Ok. E invece, qual è un tuo punto di forza e quali aspetti invece devi migliorare?
Of course, the weakest, my point, everybody knows, is my shot. I'm not such a good shooter, and also free throw, about my free throws. But every day I try to improve, and my good side, it's my rebounds, my athleticism. It's what I use, and what is my main thing.
Il momento migliore e quello più difficile di questa stagione?
Like we had this moment when Rod got injured, and we thought that it will be very, very, very difficult to play without him, but we found out that we can play, without him, and we won 5 or 6 straight games. So it was like, good feeling that we can play and we can win, And the bad moment was when we lost two home games against Pistoia and Barcelona, and we lost in the last seconds. And after those games, we really felt bad. But I think it's in the past.
A cosa pensi quando entri in campo?
When I enter the court, especially in our home court, it's crowded every time. The people, are, making big noise, and I'm really, proud and happy, when I enter the court, I'm, ready, and it's good.
So you think about the game?
I don't think about the game a lot, but just it's just you start and it's coming, automatically everything. I played 10 years more, but here I like this, when before the game we come to the court with that song, and it's good emotions, and it's a good feeling.
Parliamo del pubblico del Palaferraris.
Voglio sapere cosa pensi di Butkevicius.
Innanzitutto penso che la scuola lituana di basket è una delle migliori del mondo, in assoluto. Infatti i giocatori americani dell'NBA di grande livello sono lituani. Noi abbiamo avuto un lituano a Casale che veniva da Cantù ed è stato un grande giocatore. Questo è un giocatore che per ora è imperfetto, ma un grande atleta e senz'altro è un giocatore che sfonderà. Sono convintissimo che sfonderà.
Ma l'abbiamo visto all'inizio del campionato che ha fatto un po' fatica a integrarsi, ma adesso mi sembra che sia uno dei perni di riferimento della squadra.
È un bravo giocatore, è uno che gioca per la squadra e aiuta i compagni quando sono in difficoltà.
Oramai è già leader, a me piace, non ci fa rimpiangere Chiotti e gli altri lunghi che abbiamo avuto negli anni scorsi.
Povilas is a great rebounder, and I think I have a lot to learn from him.
Sono lo zio, per me è un giocatore che sembra un trattore, un maciste, basket non vedere. Tira giù il canestro quando schiaccia.
Gallo Beppe, cosa pensi di Butkevicius?
Actually, I like them a lot, and I didn't expect this kind of fans because I heard about fans in Italy, but I heard that fans in south and in north are different, and I thought that here in north, the fans are not so loud, and but I find out that the fans are here they are really hot, and they are really they're really loud, and I really like them because they helping us a lot, and especially in the moments when we are going down, they are still with us, and they still yelling, they're still trying to do the best. That's why I like sometimes the fans where I played before, when you lose, they are turn back and go home in third quarter. Here I think it's never happened like this, and there was a lot of games Pistoia, but even Barcelona, we started against Barcelona, I know we were down by 20, but they are still loud, they are still expecting that we will come back, and they help us to come back, so I like them a lot.
Quali sono le differenze tra il basket nel tuo paese e la Lega 2 italiana?
The main difference is that in Lithuania we are playing 2-3 games every week, and here we play only one. Every week we play 2-3 games. So this is the main difference, because in Lithuania, back in Lithuania, we don't have a lot of practice, because we have games, we have shooting rounds, and maybe 1-2 practice per week, like regular practice. And here, when we play only one game, we have 5 practice, or 6, practice, and it's the main difference, That I play, of course, here, as I say, we have 2 Americans, and they are main players, and it's almost in all teams, if we check their top scorers, in first 20 it will be 17 American guys. So the main thing that here in Italy, Americans, Bosmans, they have more responsibility, and they are the main players. They are able to do everything, and back in Lithuania it's a little bit different, because in Lithuania we don't have such a strong Americans. We have more same level players, and in Lithuania every team has 7-8 same players, and they rotate, they play, so that's the difference.
Parliamo un po' di te. Perché sei diventato un giocatore di basket?
It's difficult to say, because in my family nobody play basketball, but since I'm a kid, I wanted to play basketball, and every year by year, I was trying to become the professional player, and it's happened. I had really hard moments, because when I was 13, I got really bad, serious injury of my knee, and I didn't play for a year and a half, almost 2 years, and I thought maybe I quit, because in that age when you don't play 2 years, it's a lot. You missed all guys improve, and you in the same place, but I really wanted, in my mind, I wanted to play, and I came back, and I become better every year, and I started in my home, in my town where I born, in Biržai. I started to play. I played until 13 years, and then I got injured. And after injury, I really discovered that I wanna play, and I went to Sabonis school, to Kaunas, and after everything, just Sabonis school, after every year when you finish in Sabonis school, from the team they pick 3-4 guys to Žalgiris second team, so they picked me to Žalgiris second team, I played 2 years in Žalgiris second team, and after, I started my career. Like second team, it's like junior team. There's a lot of guys, and they don't sign with everybody. They signed it just with best, and I didn't sign with Žalgiris in the beginning. I played 2 years in second team, and after, I went to play to Estonia, to Tartu Rock. I had not very good season at that year in Tartu, because I was 18, 19 years old, and it was my first year with professionals, and I really had bad season, and I thought that I'm not gonna sign with Žalgiris. But after that year, I came back to Lithuania. I started to play for Nevėžis, and I had great season in Nevėžis, and I had like 2 best my performance against Žalgiris. Of course we lost both times, but both times I scored more than 20 points, and I took more than 10 rebounds. And after that year in Nevėžis, Žalgiris offered me a contract.
Hai avuto l'esperienza con la nazionale junior lituana. Cosa ricordi di quell'esperienza e qual è il miglior compagno con cui hai giocato?
I played in national team 3 times in under 18, and after 2 times in under 20, and actually all 3 times we didn't succeed. We had all 3 times we had not bad team, but all 3 times we didn't make it to Final Four. So it was good experience, but it wasn't good results. So the best teammate, it was the point guard Mantas Kalnietis. I played with him, and he at that time he was playing really good, and as you know now he's a really good player. He's main point guard of Lithuanian national team. So he was like, and he helped me a lot in all national teams, because he's playmaker and I am position 4-5, so he was giving me a lot of passes. So it was good.
In estate hai deciso di provare la Summer League ad Imola, un posto insolito, e Casale lì ti nota.
So as I told you, I wanted to try something, to go somewhere, and I thought about the Italy, and my friend's agent said, like, if you want to go to Italy, nobody knows you in Italy, so you need to go first to camp to show what kind of player you are, and after the camp it will be more easier to find the contract for you in Italy. So straight after the season I was tired, but I thought about next season, so I went to that camp, and actually maybe my performance wasn't the best in that camp, because it was after the season. It was not easy, but I tried to do my best, and I succeed.
Cosa ti aspetti per il futuro?
Actually, I expect that, and also next year and next, I will stay in Italy. It's what I expect and what I want. I want to make my career in Italy.
Raccontaci della tua giornata tipo a Casale.
So I wake up about 8:30, about 9. First thing what I have to do, I have to take my dogs out. So I take a walk, and I wake up during the walking with dogs. After I have my breakfast, and I go to practice. Coming back from practice, lunch, sleeping, practice again, and when we come back, and again I go out with dogs. So it's like this. If we don't have morning practice, I spend more time with my son, with my family. We go out somewhere to walk, or we go somewhere to shopping center, or to watch something, to see something. The game day, I'm trying to do the same as we do when we play away. I do the same schedule. I wake up same time, I eat meal same time. I try to do the same what we do away. So for me, it's game day every time the same.
And the day after?
And the day after I call Father's Day, because usually I spend all day with my son. Every Monday we spend together.
Cosa ti manca di più della Lituania?
Yeah, of course, my friends, because in Lithuania, and like day off, we meet some friends, some family members. But here we don't have this. But so it's what I miss.
Cosa hai trovato qui in Italia che manca invece nel tuo paese?
Of course,
Food.
yeah, it's about the food. We don't have this kind of food in Lithuania. That's what we miss in Lithuania. Also, it's the let's say the weather, the view of everything around here. We don't have this in Lithuania.
Parlando di basket, in cosa pensi che la Lituania sia speciale?
I would say that in Lithuania mostly all players, they are good shooters, but it's not me, so it's difficult to say. I think that in Lithuania we have I don't wanna say about all, yeah, but mostly we have a high level of understanding the basketball, because we are not, Lithuanians, they are not so athletic players, they are not, we are not Americans, but I think that our level of understanding basketball is high, because you can see in some really low teams, they don't have big eyes, they don't have big athleticism, but they're playing nice basketball. They are moving the ball, they are, sharing the ball. So I think it's like religion, because in Lithuania there is 3 million people, okay, and half of them play basketball or even try basketball. Every kid, little kid, first what he try to play basketball. And I think when so many kids trying to play basketball, it's also, many of them succeed and become basketball players. It's just because it's so popular and so many people likes it, and so many people try to play basketball.
C'è stato un giocatore lituano nella tua carriera che ti ha particolarmente ispirato?
Yeah, it was, and he's still playing. I almost, let's say, I grow up watching him playing and watching him growing. It's Povilas Butkevicius, because when I played in Sabonis school, he played in Žalgiris second team. When I came to Žalgiris second team, he played in Žalgiris, and after we played a little bit in Žalgiris together, and he's like really great player, and he went same way what I did after him. He started from Sabonis school, Žalgiris second team, and then Žalgiris and national team.
Qual è la cosa che ti rende più orgoglioso di essere lituano?
It's because I'm a basketball player. It's also about the basketball, because I'm really proud of our basketball, because we are really, as you say, we're a small nation, and every year we are playing to Olympic Games, in World Cup, in European Championship, and every year we have good results.
C'è qualcosa che noi italiani dovremmo imparare dal basket lituano?
Yeah, but I think that Lithuania has to learn something from Italy about the management, about the politics of basketball, because we really have good basketball level and everything, but our management of basketball and our politics of basketball are not so high, and we have a lot to learn from Italy, I think, and maybe in future, when I will finish to play basketball, I wanted to come back to Lithuania, and maybe even to work somewhere to improving the Lithuania basketball politics.
In Lituania c'è una grande tradizione cestistica e 2 grandi club. Quali sono le differenze tra Žalgiris e Lietuvos Rytas?
For me, it's difficult to say, because I never played in Lietuvos Rytas, and I never liked Lietuvos Rytas. So I say that I think the main difference between Žalgiris and Rytas that Žalgiris has much more fans. They're much more popular team. If we split the Lithuania, we say like, I don't know, maybe 80 or 90% will be Žalgiris fans and only 10-20 Rytas fans. So it's the main difference, because Žalgiris are team of all Lithuania and Lietuvos Rytas are team of part of Vilnius.
Chiudiamo con un gioco. Il miglior quintetto della storia del basket lituano.
Of Lithuanian history. I think it would be mostly the old guys.
Playmaker.
Point guard, Jasikevičius for sure.
Guardia.
Marčiulionis.
Ala piccola.
Karnišovas.
Ala forte.
Jankūnas.
Centro.
Sabonis.
Allenatore.
Kazlauskas, I think. He's now become the coach of national team, and I think he will build great team, and I think that in these few years we will grow up like national team.
E allora come si fa a perdere una finale di Eurolega come quella dell'anno scorso?
Just bad luck.
Ma tua moglie l'hai conosciuta in una partita di basket?
No, it wasn't, but it was in my friend basketball player weddings. So.
Mamma!
Ciao!
Ciao, Diego!